and generate bodhicitta. Okay, please, to create. You have a lot of compassion, but we need more your compassion. And therefore, please, to make more strong your compassion and to constantly benefit for all the sentient beings. And it's very important. And this is the source of the universal peace. The peace source is the compassion, kindness. Without that, would is never become the peace. And also to maker of the comfortable, happy, and smiling, and everything is made by the compassion, kindness. Without that, how? And also, do not hesitate to hear all the time is compassion, compassion. Because we need compassion, your compassion. If you have a compassion, kindness, we want to be with you. We want to talk to with you. We want to, I want, okay, not we. I want you to be with you. I want to prostrating to you, homage to you. No compassion, no kindness. I want to say au revoir. No compassion, no kindness. All the time is deceptive minders, self-minders. Then it's okay. And look in the wild animals. When they have compassion to the families, then they take care. As much as they disturb, it's okay. But they do not understand others when they kill others. And it's amazing things here. For example, once I watched with one person with the geographic channel, animal channels. One leopard catch the one, I know this monkey's name, you know, there's one monkey, how do you call that? He's a big fang, very aggressive. And female, this monkey, and her under is a belly, there is a small baby. And baby is holding, and mother is killed, and this leopard take in the tree, and then is of course dead and start eating. And then it's baby is like kind of say something there, understood mother is killed. But before it's like a mother's died, it's a leopard taking away this monkey, but she still is like kind of holding her baby. But this, we think the leopard, they do not understand this mother and the child, this monkey. Of course, if you understand kindness or this monkey is the same as me, and also it's like this leopard, she has baby, and the lions coming to attack to her family. She is fully like kind of dedicated her child. She want to fighting with lions. She protect her baby. But others, she's killing this monkey and separation, this baby's monkey baby, very small, but do not understand. She thinks, I need to survive. I need to take care of my family. And that's all. Then it's like a little bit, most humans is also, first, I need to become comfortable. Don't care you. First, I need to be winner. I'm a good position. And then it's like others. But then it's some in the perspective, okay, we are very much social animals, but okay, it's a little bit very special type of the animals. But if you have compassion, human beings, you really to understand the relative realities, to try to others' feeling, others what they needed. Like Buddha's message, take example yourself. Do not harm into hurting to the others. And then it's wow, that is the wonderful. And also we say impartial compassion. That is the most important in the word of my perfect teacher inside saying. Families needed happiness, also enemies needed happiness. You remember there's histories. In India, there's two small countries want to make war, but one kingdom has not much army, but a lot of monks. And then this king says, now it's our kingdom's losing. All the monks, you need to take out your clothes. You need to go to soldier to fight to the other kingdoms. Then this monk say, what can we do now? No choice. This is the rule of the country. And then they say, we cannot take a weapon, because if we take a weapon, then we are killing to others. In this perspective, they kill to us. Maybe that's more nice. And also our kings be happy. And then they make wood. By wood, make a sword, looks like a gun. And then they change clothes. Then they went in the battle. And of course, they're making war. They cannot wood, but they killed. And the other enemies they killed, and they look, why they carrying the wood weapon? And they're surprised. Then they ask, why you are carrying this? Because we want to kill you. We need to come to here because this is by the law of the countries. We need to find you there, but we don't want to kill you. You are. And then these other enemies is like kingdoms. Wow, that is the really thinking both sides. More they like kind of concern to ours. They say, we don't want to fight. We don't want to make peace, absolutely give winner. I mean, it's like if you can see like this, wow, then it's wonderful. That is our path. That is our like really is systems. In this perspective, we need to generate bodhicitta, compassion. Without compassion, without concerning sentient beings, whatever we do Dharma activities, I'm not sure how much we have the benefit, okay? I need to repeat again and again and again. 100 years you studied Dharma, practiced Dharma, made retreat Dharma, but not generate bodhicitta. I don't know these Dharmas can bring you enlightenment or to bring the lot of happiness. I'm not sure. There's no guarantees. And therefore, we need kind mind, cheerful mind, kind mind. At least per day to count. Maybe we can to count 100 times to smiling. In the morning, someone can say, just inside, even you doesn't want, why not? Outside to show. It's the other one's happy. It's also virtue. Also, it's kind. If you come in very aggressively to come in the shores, it's okay. But others also is like imitating, to showing to you. And then there's slowly, distance. Make distance. Then it's a further and further. They finally, big devotions. Or not divorce. Okay. And therefore, and sometimes it's like to kind of how much today I smiled, how much I showed to the others kindness, how much I made cheerful, like kind of someone you be together. It is like to showing the cheerful, all the surround you, everybody is happy. If you really unhappily, unkindly, it is no smiling, nothing to be there. Okay, others is okay. To maybe is to bear it, but it's a very, very atmosphere is make dark. Atmosphere is like absolutely cold ice. Then that is maybe we don't need everybody's, and therefore, if you want to help to other sentient beings, to smiling, to show the cheerful, that is our Buddhist path, okay? And with that, we are going to study in the relative reality. In the relative reality, there is like a kind of the telling the truth, and all the talking about the bodies. Many there different type of the body, but in the monk of there different type of the bodies. The most precious body is the human existence. This our body is really precious, priceless. Absolutely, this body is the marvelous. It doesn't matter, looks like ugly or, but it is one is wonderful. And maybe also according this body, also our mind is become wonderful. Because if our mind is enter into the animal's body, probably mind become more problems. For example, this body is something a little bit damaged, something problems, then mind is problems. But our body is according good, and the mind is fresh, pristine, wisdom, intelligent, wonderful. Therefore, we already studied about the body, and we recognize precious our body. We kind of realization of our achievement that is like wonderful. But now we are studying this body. This is really stability. This is permanent. This is like really forever. This is a very strong, like a diamond. No, you know, it is really very much sensitive. We say it looks like a water bubble, you know, like water bubble. If you a little touch, it's finished. And therefore very much sensitive. And when we look at the, you know, it's like to compare some different animals. Some animals has a very strong body. It's difficult to crush. But our body is, even the mosquitoes can bite to ours. And like kind of, and reality is our body is very, very sensitive. And also it's like according this sensitive, it is not forever. It is very much like a uncertainty when we are lost. That we are studying. And now it's like, it's called the chapter Impermanent. And also it's like yesterday I said to you, and you need to meditate on it. And it is inconceivable. Sometimes this morning I'm thinking, yesterday I went to in Brussels, it's like a dream. And I run, and suddenly in Brussels, there's traffic jam. I thought I can't go to this vote, you know, elections. And go out to jump in the car. I went in the train, I took the tram and go to quickly in the home to change trousers and like very much rushing up. And then I managed it, and then we run, and Helen drove to me and we and went to in this place, and then vote. There are many people, and I elect some is a good person. And then come back. I want to come back to you, but it's very late. And then we made dinner, and then I sleep in the kitchen. And then I say, I want to go back yesterday. Whole is I recite, I want to go back now, I want to go. But just recited, I slept in the kitchen. And then the girls went, and then morning, wake up 4 o'clock, something. 4:30, and then immediately to wash, and then close the door and went downstairs. I say, you are going? And they are, yes, we are almost ready. And then we run, it's coming to here, and I went back to in the hospital and to check the blood test, and then come back and eating breakfast, kind of yogurt bread, and now I'm here. Now I think back, wow, what it is, like a kind of the dream, something to catching, but it's amazing, these relative realities. If we do not analyze, this is a life. Okay, yes, of course, you need to do it. But of course, yes, but really to constantly, what am I doing? Where is, how it is? Something is like, it's a kind of shock. It's everything is going, but where it is, when I look back, everything's like a dream, hallucination. And it's very difficult to prove something to show. Now I want to say, I did all those things. Okay, but how I can to show you? Impossible. It's the past. And like this, continue is in the momentary nature is I'm living, but if I don't analyze, I can't to understand that. I'm living in the transitory nature, momentary. Each moment is changing. And first and second is like coming like this. This is the impermanent. And then it's like each moment is this changing. Something is like this. If I lost in these appearances, the appearances of the now, maybe is the next time if I'm lost, I have next different like kind of appearances. When I have different appearances, I lost my house, my relative, all the appearances, no anymore existence. Maybe I have something in my dream, I was be in the human realms. It's one country called Belgium. And also I was in the one place called Dharma City. I was some sanghas together. But if someone say where it is now, I have maybe in this perspective different appearances. I can't to show, I can't to see anymore. Like this kind of when it's happened, when it's happened, we don't know. For example, one is certainly accident or something, then appearance changed. We lost this wonderful, beautiful appearances, lost. Maybe we have different chance, different facility, different like kind of the conditions. We don't know this kind of, we will get the conditions. That's we need to concern. For example, this morning I was Brussels. I have Brussels appearances. There's many different facility. Maybe I need to do something in Brussels, I can do. But now I'm here there's no existing all the facility of the in Brussels. Here is the different facility, different areas, different what you need to something, something in need to get in Brussels, maybe here can't get. Exactly like this. Each moment we change our appearances and then we lost these appearances. Therefore, in the Karma Limba's book, the advice of the Pardo instructions, and someone's like a person's coming for someone dying, and then there's introducing the Pardo instruction and making them poor. And that moment to say is like this person, now fortunate, you should to be careful. It's the time to, it's like living, you living in this world, and your as appearances of this slowly, and it's like kind of the disappear, or the like kind of the how do we say, it's like a disappearance, like kind of appearances. And then you need to cut the clingings, you need to concern your own path, and you need to more or less like think about the future and your front path. Be careful. And also this process is like relative realities you cannot to escape. Even though it's like some death process start, maybe millions armies is coming to surround, it cannot stop. Even the 100 doctors is coming to carrying them, giving medicines, it cannot to stop. This person is a time, they need to go. And that moment is like to say something supporting to lamas or friends to say now it's taken. Maybe it's like this person hasn't got any educations. It is very difficult. Maybe ask to say, please give me something. I don't want to die. I don't understand, but who can to take care? Even the Buddha medicines, mothers died, and she asked, you are called the Buddha medicine. Can you stop my death? And Buddha medicines, Mom, I told you before, you need to prepare them. This is the nature of the relative. And even if I can to extend it to you the millions years, the family, you need to go. Doesn't matter you as is live 10 years, 1 year, 20 years, 100 years, 1,000 years, 80,000, 9,000 lifetime, millions. The family, you need to go. There's no choice. And in this case, it's like I told you, you need to prepare yourself, and you need to a little bit. Then Buddha, he said, it's like for your protectors yourself, liberator is yourself. I give you conditions, then you need to manage it. This is the truth. For example, when we learn how to driver teachers how to teach you how to drive, teach you everything. Then it's like say, okay, now you need to drive in the city. You have all the instruction of the how to drive. And the students, yes, I think you told me everything. I know traffic like rules, no problems. Okay, go. Then you drive, and then in the middle, maybe no passenger, no teacher. You have your car, and you are sitting in the driver's. That moment, you need inside strength, education, knowledge, how to control these traffic rules. And you haven't got any pit instruction experience, 100% you are going to accident, big problems. And like this is like Dharma's telling to you how we can to control how it is, to telling to us relative realities is in the kind of the futures. It's the one is the happened of the impermanent, which kind of more is like to go to like deeply if you want to study. Is the outer dissolution, same as the cosmologies. Yesterday we talking about our universal cosmologies, how it is the start to build up, then how long it stayed in this like word, billions, trillions years, and this is the period. For our perspective, billions, trillions years, saying like this, maybe for example, God realms, maybe come like look at our world, maybe life is one day, maybe morning our world is start, during the days like in the evening is collapsed. For in the some God realms, some more highs is like maybe it's like for hours 10 years or maybe 100 years, maybe 1 picosecond. And but for ourselves, I stay at 10 like 100 years. For some other realm, other like planets, like they says, your 100 years for us 1 picosecond. It is like this. This kind of also is like a kind of happened. Time is also appearances. Time is not truly existence. Time is like we say it's 24 hours. We used to give like this 24 hours, 26, 30. I make all the time joke. What time is it? 32 o'clock. What time is it? 40 o'clock. Why you say it? Time is like no certainties. It is like this. It's also appearances. And therefore, it is we saying it's like our universal. Wow, so at the beginning like this, then the middle is like this, the end is like this. We're talking about this unimagined things. It's like years, but compared to the others, it's just maybe picoseconds. And this kind of happened, I told before, there's one history. One couple was in the nomadic areas, and they haven't got any children. In the evening, it is like the wife, she all the time is offering hot milk to her husband. And then is one in the evening, and she offered to say, here's your hot milk, cup of like milk. And then he wanted need to go outside to toilet or something. He went outside in the front the yak tent door, and suddenly his appearance is changed. And he thought, where am I? How it is it? He looked back, his yak tent is not there, no animal, nothing, but completely he arrived different areas. And he was very sad. He called his wife, nothing there's answer. Running around, and but there are some people, but he never met them. Then slowly, he settled his life. He met one woman, and then they fall in love, and they married, and then they try to collect something. And he has many children, and he become almost 80 or 90 years old. Then his wife is died, children's died. Then he was such sufferings, and finally it's like he's almost, certainly it's like he died, possessed. Some wake up, and he wake up, he's not old anymore, and he's standing. And he slowly to turn back. His tent is, yak tent is there. This is how many years? Maybe 70 years, something like this. And he quickly to run inside. And his wife says, I think your milk is become the cold to darling to drink there. But he's in the memory process. It's like all one is his life is already spent. Like this, also is life is appearances, just a perception. And in this perspective, is our word is like we say it's a long time, but also is, we don't know how long this. But anyway, this is huge, this is large, it's amazing things. Also, is impermanent. The finally is like the 7 fires. One is water, and then it's like air's completely destroyed. Also impermanent. And in this perspective, we can just say myself is impermanent. How it is this huge earth is also one day is disappeared. I'm like compared that I'm like water bubble. I need to do something to quickly to practice Dharma. That is the necessary to prepare for the one is arrive for the impermanent situation. Therefore, and also sometimes we can to say feeling is yeah. This is a little bit general. It's not necessary to study. It's a little bit boring, and also it's like all the time talking impermanent. Yeah, this and that. Of course, we don't need to study it, but we need a little bit to give education. That sometimes, it is like how do you say? We haven't got this kind of basic ideas. Then it's only want to become the enlightenment, to realize that the Buddha nature quickly, and it's very difficult. Even we make small things, tea or coffee, how long does it take? And these small things like this, in order to realize that our own Buddha nature, to be enlightenment, it is not easy. That is not easy. Absolutely not easy. Then we need to put something path, and maybe one day practice, 2 day practice. It's boring. Today I recite this very strongly. It's not enlightenment. I made retreat 3 years. It's not enlightenment. What is going on, sir? This kind of, if we do some useless things, like negative things, 3, 4, 5, 10 years, it's nothing. We are spending. And like this, to do some positive things, all the times coming across the hesitations, doubt, hesitations coming. And we understand like based our like kind of human existence, impermanent things. Yeah, it doesn't matter how long does it take. When I'm doing, create like kind of generate bodhicitta, develop the bodhicitta, look at the natural realities, want to become the enlightenment. This process, how long? Maybe short, maybe longer, but I want to be in this path. I want to practice. It doesn't matter. It's like other things. Then you have based, this 4 reminders. This can give you, it is like kind of the chance. We can to say it's like when we have very much interest to do something, enthusiastic, we want to like do really something, then we have enthusiastic, interested. Then when they're doing, maybe we need to go to very, very under the heart, but we never stop because I want to do it like that. We want mind, then we can to do like this. In order to practice serious Dharma, you need this kind of based, the notion, based like kind of the realities. It is very important. Okay, today we are like the second chapter is it's thinking about impermanent of the inner living beings, and like this. Before we start that, maybe we can to post 5 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes.